Hey, how you guys doing out there today? This is Stephen Jimenez from the RotoBeast team, and I'm here to present you our NBA picks for Wednesday, October 25th. As always, if you want to watch our full video, please go subscribe to our YouTube channel at RotoBeast. And if you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing, please visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. Alright, so I'm going to get into today, but I have a couple things I want to talk about first. First thing first, so it's probably my worst night of NBA in 3 years of playing. But things just aren't going to go right all the time. You had Anthony Davis went out first quarter. We had this bullshit with Butler of, oh, he's sick and he can't play, but there was nothing anywhere on any sites, on Twitter, anywhere saying he was even feeling sick. And so for him to be ruled out after lock, it was tough. We had him everywhere. You had Hardaway. He got hurt early in the game, came out, went back in, and absolutely did zero. It was just a tough night overall, and it happens. Even the best DFS players, they only win 60% of the time. And honestly, if you can't take a loss in DFS, then you know what, you shouldn't be playing, because DFS is all about bankroll management and, sticking to the process, and, you have to do it. And, plain and simple. And if, like I said, you can't take a loss, just don't play. One guy hit me on social media and he tells me, oh, well, on your video, you talked all about the Nets and all about the Magics, and you only had a couple of them in your lineup. Well, when I build my lineup, I don't say, oh, I need 3 guys from this team and 4 guys from this team. That's not how you build lineups. And if that's how you build your lineups, then I'm pretty sure that you're not successful very often. You have to build your lineups on price and on opportunity, okay? So let me tell you this, price-wise. Every single Magic was overpriced today. Okay, yes, they may have got there. That's not always going to happen. But let me give you an example. Aaron Gordon, the guy all last year, he was anywhere between $6K to $6,500. Tonight he was priced at $8K. Really, how many games does he hit 40 to hit that value for you? It's like, even though he got there tonight, it wasn't the absolute best play. He wasn't gonna give you the absolute best chance to get 6K at that position. And it's all about, you want to get 5 times out of each player. If you get 5 times out of every single player, you're gonna cash every single night. So that's kind of on the Magics. They were all overpriced. Vucevic, the guy, he's an 8,000 center, and the dude was almost 10,000, like overpriced. And on you go on the net side, and you got all these guys they may be fair priced and all this, but think about the Nets is not anybody on the Nets plays over 28 minutes. So that's the opportunity side of it. They're not gonna their opportunities are limited if they only play 28 minutes. So when you build your lineups, you gotta take price into consideration. First thing first. I feel like that's most important, and then you gotta take opportunity into it, and I couldn't get very much of that from that game today, and that's just what went down. And I apologize, but hey, it happens. And tomorrow we're gonna bounce back. I got all this research, and I'm ready to go. I have some great spots that I've already identified, and so hey, things happen. A losing night is nothing to be worried about. You bounce back, and that's it. So let's get into it today. Sorry, I just had to get that off my chest. I was a little frustrated, but hey. So today we got it's actually a pretty nice 10-game slate. There's about 6 games I'm really focusing on. We'll start with the first game. It's gonna be the Wizards at Lakers. This game has the highest over and under at 231. On the night, Wizards are favored by 6. The Wizards as a team, they have the highest projected total at 118, and they actually get a pace bump going against the Lakers at 9.5. On the Lakers side of things, the Lakers are projected 112 points, the 4th highest on the slate. They also get a pace bump at +9 as well. So both of these teams are already fast-paced as it is, and now they're playing each other. So pretty much they're saying that this game is just going to be nonstop, back and forth, back and forth. I like both sides of the game. On the Wizards side, I like John Wall, Bradley Beal, Kelly Oubre. You got Otto Porter and Gortat. And then on the Lakers side of things, I like Alonzo Ball. I like Ingram. I like Randall and Nance. They're kind of splitting minutes at power forward. You got Brook Lopez. He's actually been playing really good for the Lakers. And then you always got to like Jordan Clarkson off the bench. So that's kind of the first game that I'm going to be targeting. The second game I'm going to be targeting is going to be the Cavs at the Nets. Both of these teams are coming off a game tonight, so it's going to be the second game of a back-to-back. But Vegas still has them very high up there. They have the second highest implied total on the slate at a 227 implied points that are going to be scored tonight. The Cavs are favored by 7. You really got to like the Cavs going against the Nets, who play no defense. The Cavs are looking bad. So, I think that this game could stay close, but there is, always that blowout risk. The Cavs are a really good team. On the Cavs side of things, I like LeBron. I like J.R. Smith back in the starting lineup. He's only 3K now. 3.9K on Fanduel. I like Crowder, Thompson if he's back in the starting lineup again, and Kevin Love. I pretty much like everybody for the Cavs. You can even look at Dwayne Wade coming off the bench. He hasn't been the best, but he's going against the Nets, and so that's a spot you do always want to target. And those prices are actually pretty reasonable. And actually, on the other side of the ball, you got the Nets. They have the 6th highest total on the slate. So that's kind of just tells you, how the Cavs have been playing. They're implied to score 110 points today. The thing about them is that they're a fast-paced team. So playing the Cavs, they actually get a -3 pace bump. It's going to be a little bit slower game than the Nets usually play. On the Nets side of things, I like D'Angelo Russell. Levert's been playing very good. You got Carroll for cheap. Hollis Jefferson. Mozgov, he's only 3.1K, so if you want a cheap punt in a GPP so you can stack the rest of the lineup, I think he can get you some points. And then I like Crab. Crab is getting a lot of run. And Booker. Booker's been doing pretty good as well for the Nets. So that's the second game I'm targeting. The next game I'm going to be looking at is Houston at the 76ers. I actually think this is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. The 76ers, they've been playing very, very good. So this game has the 3rd highest total on the slate at a 221 projected total. Houston favored by 3. So, that kind of tells you they're only favored by 3, so it should stay pretty close. The Rockets have the 5th highest implied totals on the slate at 112. And playing the Sixers, they actually get a pace bump of a 2.5. So that's going to, maybe give James Harden a couple extra shots, Eric Gordon. I really like those guys in a pace-up game. So for the Rockets, I already kind of talked about both them. Harden, Gordon. I like Anderson as well. Capella. Sorry. And P.J. Tucker off the bench. On the 76ers side of things, they have the 7th highest implied total at 109. But this is actually a -3 pace down game for them. So, it's pretty much saying that the Rockets getting a little bit more half-court sets than the 76ers do, so it's going to slow down the game a little bit, take a couple shots away that they're used to getting. But, you got to like the rookie Ben Simmons. The guy's been very good. Jared Bayless, the old man Redick, shooting guard. No, he's a really good shooter. Covington, he's been killing it. The guy fills up the stat sheet. Hey, you got the guy himself, Embiid. The dude's a monster. You just got to kind of just keep an eye on what they're talking about on his minutes and what forth. That's the only problem that always comes about with him. But when he does play, he's really, really good. So you got to like Embiid, and then you got to like Sark off the bench. The guy, he fills up the stat sheet. He proved to us last year, how quick he can get fantasy points. And, I really like Sark. So that's the next game. So the next game I'm going to talk about is going to be the Pacers at the Thunder. This game has a 4th highest implied total at 218. OKC is favored by 14 points. Ooh. So that actually means, this could be a blowout. You got to like the Thunder's side of things. They have the 3rd highest implied total on the slate and they actually get a +4 pace bump for them. So the the Thunder look good. You gotta like Westbrook, Roberson, Paul George, Anthony, Adams, the starting five. I like all of them. Like I said, just be careful. Because you don't really, it could be a blowout, and then a lot of people sit. But one thing I do like is you got to look at Paul George a little bit more today. I didn't get to see his price, but the revenge factor, they've kind of already been talking smack back and forth between him and a couple guys on the other team. So I can see Westbrook, I can see Carmelo feeding Paul George over and over and over again. This is what they did for Carmelo when he played the Knicks the first game of the season. So if he's going to get some extra shots because they're going to give it to him in the revenge game, then you got to really like Paul George. So yeah, I mean, I don't really like the Pacers side of things on this. Oladipo's been playing good. He has the revenge factor as well. You could kind of take into consideration. But outside that, Darren Carlson has been playing decent. But there's nobody else that really jumps out to the page on me for the Pacers. So I really dislike more of the Thunder in this game. The next game I'll talk about is the Nuggets at Charlotte. This game has a 5th highest implied total on the slate. Denver is favored by 1.5 points, so this should be a pretty close game. The Nuggets are projected 107 points. You gotta like their young point guard in Murray. I like Gary Harris, Wilson Chandler, Paul Millsap, Jokic, and then Moutier and Barton off the bench. The guy Barton off the bench is a baller. If he played 32 to 35 minutes a game, starting minutes, the guy would be an all-star. I really like Barton. And then on the Charlotte side of things, they're projected for 105 points tomorrow. This is a pace down for the -5 pace down game for them. So they play a lot faster than the Nuggets generally do, I guess. On the Charlotte side of things, I like Walker, I like Lamb, I like Howard, and I like Kaminsky off the bench. One thing I will note is Kemba Walker, he plays a lot better at home than he does on the road. So I could definitely see him doing some work in this game. And I think he's going to be low owned. He can definitely be somebody that can help you take down a GPP. And the last game I'm going to talk about, this game is actually really, really intriguing, and I'm going to try to get some pieces from this game if the prices allow me to. I really like it. The reason I'm talking about it last is just because the Vegas line hasn't came out on it yet, so I don't really have too much information on what the total is or what's going on exactly with this game. I think they're kind of waiting to see the injuries and stuff like that. But it's the Raptors at the Warriors. I mean, this game is going to be a really good game. It's probably going to stay close. Raptors are a pretty good team. And Warriors, I mean, they're the best team in the league. But they haven't really been blowing people out too much. On the Warriors side of things, you got to like Curry, Klay Thompson, KD. Draymond Green, Pachulia for cheap, as a GPP flyer. And then, if Iggy's back off the bench, you got to like Iguodala as well. And on the Raptors side of things, you got to like Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Powell. He's cheap and he's been starting. Ibaka, the rookie Poeledi at center. And then CJ Miles off the bench. The guy's a baller and he gets points in bunches. So that's kind of where I'm at on this slate. If you haven't already, please click the subscribe button below. I'm trying to get this video out more, so if you guys could please help me out. Leave some comments, leave some likes. If you want to talk about anybody, leave a comment below and let me know. Hey, let's bounce back today and let's get this money. Hey, let's go. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.